In this video, we are going to talk about the present value of an investment. We define the present value as the initial amount or the principal invested or borrowed today, which results in a future value. How do you represent the present value? We use the letter P. P is the present value or the principal. The future value is the same as amount that we defined before, which we use the letter A, which is equal to the initial investment or initial loan, which we used to use P to represent it, plus the interest which is accumulated or the interest which is paid. Now the future value, you can also use the letter F to represent the future value. Now in the next example, we are going to derive the formula for the present value. In the next example, we have to derive the present value formula. We know that from the previous video that A is equal to P times 1 plus R exponent N. Now to isolate P, I'm going to divide by 1 plus R exponent N. So I'm dividing by 1 plus R exponent N. So I get P is equal to A divided by 1 plus R exponent N, or I can write this one equally as 1 plus R exponent minus N. This is the formula which represents the present value if the future value A, interest rate, and the time is given. In the next example, we have Ishmit, which wants to invest money today to have $1,000 in 6 years. If she invests her money at 5.75% per year compounded quarterly, how much does she need to invest? We know that the present value P is equal to A times 1 plus R exponent negative N. We know the future value is $1,000 that she wants to have, 1 plus. Our interest rate, which I told you before is always per year, is 5.75% per year, but the compounding is quarterly. So this means that first I will change 5.75 to a decimal, which is 0.0575. I have to divide it by 4 because the compounding is quarterly, and then she wants to repay it, she wants to have it in 6 years, so this means 6, you'd multiply that one by 4 because there are 4 quarters a year. If you simplify this one, oh, by the way, this is negative 6 times 4 because N is here is negative N. If you simplify this one, you get 709.96. So this means that if Ishmit invests $709.96 today, 6 years from now, she's going to have $1,000 in her bank account. In the next example, we have Amandip, which wants to borrow some money now to buy a motorcycle and some riding gear. He estimates in 5 years he can pay back an amount of $12,000. So we know that the future value is $12,000. Which of the following 2 loan options should he choose, and why? He can go to Bank of Jaskaran, which charges 8.9% interest compounded semi-annually, or Divlin Credit Union, which charges 8.4% compounded monthly. Let's see the case of Bank of Jaskaran. We know that the amount, the future value is $12,000 that he can pay in 5 years. So we know that N is 5, the future value, which is A, which is $12,000. Now, the first one, Bank of Jaskaran, the interest rate is 8.9%, which is 0.089. But this is compounded semi-annually. So this means that our N has to be multiplied by 2 and our R has to be divided by 2. So this means that the present value that he has to deposit is the future value, which is $12,000 times 1 plus 0.089 divided by, because it's semi-annual, divided by 2 exponent minus 5 times 2, which is equal to $7,764.20. The other case, Devlin Credit Union, the interest rate is 8.4% compounded monthly. So in this case, P is 12,000 times 1 plus, the interest rate is 0.084, 8.4% is 0.084 divided by the compounding is monthly, so divide by 12 and then minus 5 times 12. If you find this one, then it's going to be 7896.11. Now, you can see that the Bank of Jaskaran, you need $7,700, and Bank of Devlin Credit Union, you need 78,000. So it's obvious that the Bank of Jaskaran is much better because you pay about $100 less.